embrace the art of music, embrace the art of gospel music. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day.
Hello everyone, my name is Sophia Estrada-Padilla and you're watching In Frame. Today we have the amazing honor of talking to Ananias Markey Montague, a music maker, songwriter, gospel singer, and music instructor with years of singing gospel. Ananias continues to spread his love for music with gospel with everything he does and while he strives to continue his craft. Ananias Montague, welcome to our show.
Thank you. Glad to be here.
Yes. All right. So, Ananias, we know you as a gospel singer with passion for music. What is your earliest memory of being introduced to music or gospel music in general? And has your upbringing in Chicago had any influence on your love for developing that kind of music?
I think my parents, being in the house, my mom is a singer, being raised in a musical family. And I think my earliest memories is just my mother playing gospel music in the house every day, practically every day, especially on Saturdays, cleaning the house and everything. And I think it had a huge impact on developing my love for gospel music. So I would have to say it came from being raised at home with my parents.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful. How did you know that you wanted to be a gospel artist? And has there ever been a time where you questioned if what you were doing was right for you?
So I grew up, yes, in a musical family, but I also grew up in a home. My dad was a basketball player, educator professionally, but played basketball throughout college. So I was raised around sports. I played basketball in elementary school, junior high, high school, and I actually thought that I would be a professional basketball player. But being introduced to music from a different side, as not just being a listener, but starting to develop the gift to play piano, that led me to really embrace the art of music, embrace the art of gospel music. I didn't want to play ball anymore, so I literally just started practicing more, and I knew that this was what I wanted to do in life. And yes, there have been times where I doubted whether I should continue, because in any profession you have disappointments, you have failures, and so there are times I've questioned whether I should continue, but I made a decision to keep pressing forward, and I'm glad I did.
What have you experienced that led you to not only becoming a gospel artist, but a person teaching others how to sing gospel and be a part of a gospel choir?
I think it's the city that I grew up in. Chicago is considered the gospel capital for gospel music. And so I saw some of the great performers, songwriters, singers, producers, and being raised in that environment, it helped to cultivate my love. It helped to cultivate my talent. I saw some of the greats come through the city of Chicago, as well as those who lived in Chicago as well. Yeah.
I love the way you talk about it. It really makes me envision it.
Oh, wow.
Yes. So we know that you've worked with the likes of Vicki Winans, Richard Smallwood, and David Foster. Has working with them had any effect on the terms of how you view music or your general view of the world?
Absolutely. Richard Smallwood is one that has the ability. He was able to emerge gospel music and classical music together. So he gave a different spin on what we would call gospel music because of the classical influence in his music. David Foster is one of the greatest songwriters that has ever walked the earth, and they have definitely had an impact on my view and also how I approach whether it's songwriting or whether it's producing. Vicki Winans, from a perspective, just being an awesome singer, helped to, paint a different picture of what I wanted to do vocally with gospel.
So, we know that you have a lot of experience with music making and being on stage. Whether it comes to making your own albums or touring across the US and Europe, is there anything in particular that you did not like about your experience touring?
I love touring. I love engaging with people from different cultures, especially when I'm in Europe. Of course, I love touring here in the States as well. But I think if there was one thing that I didn't like or don't like about touring, is it's a lot of work. You don't get a lot of sleep because you're constantly moving. But I embrace it. I love it. If I could do it more, I would. I'm grateful for those opportunities. I don't really have a lot that I could say that I didn't like, because for the most part, it's an enjoyable experience. Yeah.
What was your favorite memories from touring in Europe and Italy?
So I just recently came back this summer from Italy, and I did a workshop with over 200 vocalists from various parts of Europe. You had people from Poland, you had people from Bulgaria, you had people from Brazil, from Spain, and as well as different parts of Italy. I just love to see people come together from various backgrounds. That's the unique thing about gospel music, is that you have people who have different stories, who embrace their love for the genre that we call gospel music. And I think the most enjoyable experience is the fellowship and seeing people come together, moving past our ethnic backgrounds, income ratios, and political views, and come together and sing about an amazing story that we call gospel music. Yeah.
So beautiful. On your website, your motto is "Be authentic in everything." Is there anything you suggest to people to help them become their most authentic selves? And were there times that you believed you were being inauthentic to yourself?
I think to embrace that, because I think it's Bell Hooks who wrote in her book, Rock My Soul. She talks about how we are berated every day by our self-worth. And I think people are constantly being judged every day about our look, how we sound, the color of our skin, how we dress. And I think you have to embrace who you are, and every day live to be a better person, a better you. There's only one of you. There's only one of me. And we have to embrace that. And I think when I was growing up, there were times where I acted out of my character and I was not being me, because of the fact that people judge you by your skin color. They judge you by where you live. And so I think there were times where I was embarrassed about who I was, but my parents raised us to embrace who we are. And I think that I live by that. I've raised my children to by those same principles. And I think it's important because you lose yourself. The minute you become embarrassed about who you are, you lose your identity. And your identity is unique, and it's very important that you embrace who you are.
Yes, I love that. You'll be here in February for Cal State Long Beach Gospel Music Week. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yes. So we'll be back in February. We're putting together a gospel community workshop, and we are inviting all of students, people from the community, faculty, and staff to be a part of this wonderful workshop. And we're grateful to CSU Long Beach and Dr. Jonathan Talbert for their participation. They've committed to be a part. Him and his wonderful choirs have committed to be a part of this workshop. And as I said earlier, we're inviting everybody. Doesn't matter who you are, where you're from. And we're partnering not only with the university, but we're partnering with the community. And we really want to see people come out and embrace what we're doing and be a part of it.
So last question. We know that this March, the Gospel Music Community Choir will be having an event here at Cal State Long Beach where you will be able to workshop with people who are looking to be a part of the gospel music community. Is there any advice that you have for those who might be a little bit nervous or afraid to be part of something like this? And what's an easy gospel song that you kind of recommend?
I think those who have some apprehension or you're nervous about coming to be a part of it, just know that we're going to love on everybody. We're going to have fun, and we're going to have a great time singing some great gospel classics as well as some new materials. So I'm going to present some songs that I wrote, and I'm bringing some friends along that we're going to be sharing in this wonderful event. And if there was a gospel classic that's easy to sing, and I probably would get laughed at for saying this, it would probably be "Oh Happy Day." It's a song that's known all over the world. It crosses racial barriers, and "Oh Happy Day" is a very simple song. And I think if somebody was interested in starting a gospel music, that's the song I would pick for them.
Would you be able to sing a little bit for us today?
Sure. Oh, happy day. Oh, happy day when Jesus washed. When Jesus washed, he washed my sins away. Oh, happy day.
Yes.
Stop.
We love that. Well, thank you for coming to our show today, Ananias.
Thank you.
And thank you, viewers, for joining us on the latest edition of In Frame. We hope you return as we provide you with more personal insights and conversations with our guests. My name is Sophia Estrada-Padilla, and we'll see you next time.